I'm a true nigga.
Ladies and gentlemen,
How the pod starts.
ladies and
Welcome, ladies and
gentlemen,
gentlemen.
Just so you
welcome,
know.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the podcast, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Originals underscore Sports podcast. I want to thank you guys for joining us on our 30th episode. We've hit the grand 3-0 podcast.
We're
So
rolling. We're rolling.
we're rolling, baby. So I am one of the Originals, Big Mike. We got Smooth Stradamus to my left or right. We got the world famous. We got the world famous NFL girl. We got V to the motherfucking O there
Bang,
as well.
motherfucking bang.
There you go. He's obviously in a good
Oh,
mood.
God.
We'll talk about that later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell David to check out the pod. It's dope as hell. We are on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all of the socials and all that. So let's get to it. We got a lot of football to cover because this is going to be a football podcast. So
we're gonna go off on this. So
let's chime in on the college football playoff, folks, shall we? So last week there were two really good. Well, there was one really good game. Sorry, there was one really good game, almost instant classic, and then one wet fart game.
and the other one's like a motherfucker was cheating.
Yeah, basically. We'll talk about that. So, the first game, let's talk about that. So, Miami eked out a win against Ole Miss, and they are going to be playing against Indiana, who basically put foots all up in the asshole of Oregon. So, let's chime in on that. So,
And we called that, by the way. Let everybody know in the audience, we called that. Nobody thought this shit was gonna be close.
we did. No, we all picked Oregon to get blown out. We didn't pick a close game. Although the experts said that it should be a close game. I don't know.
I got a word for the experts, but we gonna wait. Keep going.
So VO is chomping at the bit to talk. So VO, I want to hear your take first on your thoughts on the games that happened last week. What were your thoughts?
I mean, I can see why people think Indiana cheated. They beat your ass.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
facts.
They well coached. They pay attention to detail. It almost looked like they cheating, but they not. They beat your ass. They beat your ass. They beat your ass. They well coached. Right. However,
However, okay.
Here we go.
they have a shitload of pressure, for one. And number two, you playing in Miami's backyard. So you ain't gonna have no home field advantage. None. You gonna have a little bit of Indiana sprinkled in there.
A little
But
bit of
nigga,
red,
goddamn
little
it,
bit of red and
Florida
white.
Florida gonna be up in that hole. Okay. Just because a hurricane it's first of all, it's a hurricane, it's a U, for one.
That's right.
Okay. Indiana, you great, but you the most losingest college franchise of all time. Any nigga that come to me saying they're an Indiana fan, nigga, just don't even talk to me. I know you're lying.
You were
know
a
what I
fan
mean?
2 years ago.
Right. But can you imagine how it is for the U being it's in your backyard and no pressure? It's in your backyard when all the pressure is on the Hoosiers. You undefeated. One slip up, it's over.
It is.
Miami's on the other hand, nobody picked us to be here. we beat Florida, we beat Notre Dame early, but we had some bad losses. The SMU loss, the other losses. So nobody.
The Louisville
really
loss, yeah.
talked
Louisville
about
loss
us.
was a bad loss, yeah.
I'm telling y'all right now, even though I like Indiana's coach, there's no way in hell. And I put that on everything I love. There's no way in hell Cristobal loses this game. For the simple fact that it's in his backyard. Florida dudes are different. I don't know if y'all know people who play for Florida. Y'all know Florida people and know Florida football players. Majority of the NFL is Florida.
That's facts.
Florida, Texas, right?
Yeah.
So those guys are gonna be ready to play. And like I said, they have one thing that I like about Miami that Indiana hasn't faced before. Miami got different ways they can beat you. They got a great damn running back. They got a gadget player with Tony. They got a top 1 to 3 different defense. You know what I mean? And they're ready. And they got a quarterback that's a veteran. You whether you like Carson Beck or not, he's been there.
Yeah.
Mendoza ain't never seen no niggas that he about to see here this next Monday.
Pass rush wise.
These are different. These are NFL players. Everybody on that, I told y'all on that NFL defense, they got all 6 niggas that's going to Sunday. That's gonna be playing in the NFL. So it's only 11 guys on defense. If you got 6 guys that possibly goes to the league, your ass is in trouble.
Yeah. Fair.
So like
Let's
I
hear.
said, Indiana, they've been blowing everybody out. It seems like it, but you guys got to know is that when you've been doing this good, you got to be nervous because your shit's gonna come to abrupt end. It happened after Patriots.
Fair. Fair. Um, actually, NFL girl, I'll get your thoughts. What were your thoughts on the games, and what's your prediction for the championship game?
Honestly, I'm not sad that Ole Miss lost at all. You know,
Chambliss can finally
just
go to grow up now.
that part, and also Lane Miss didn't get that second bonus because he was going to get another bonus for them going into them reaching the championship game.
Really?
Oh,
So he
really?
got
What?
he got fucked
That's
out of
how.
that.
That's how.
Oh,
That's how messed up college. That's how messed up college sports are.
I did
Yeah.
not know that, mother.
You're not
He
even
got
a
one
coach,
for
and you get a
reach-
bonus. That's crazy.
That part. And if they had won, he got another one. So the fact that Ole Miss don't even get, and he doesn't get that other bonus, fuck him. So y'all know it's fuck Lane Kiffin
Yeah.
forever.
That's
so
fair.
I'm not heard about that. So it was good seeing Miami out there. Michael Irvin need to calm the fuck down. Or,
Michael Irvin, the coked up mascot. He is
whatever he was on.
Look, you can't tell Mike to calm down for the simple fact that Miami wasn't shit for about 20 years.
Oh no, that's fact.
And
Miami
Michael
ain't
Irvin
been-
just
listen.
Yeah,
Miami
he
ain't
finally-
been
hey,
shit
let him
since
get
he
his
was
shine.
there.
Michael
Right,
Irvin.
Miami ain't.
Michael Irvin is on
Miami-
that drugs, man. I need the Michael
He
Irvin
on
drugs.
something, cause
He on
man,
some-
whatever
he
the
has
fuck he
too
on,
much
he
energy.
hype.
He is
Holy
super-
shit.
I fuck with him. I fuck with him.
Yeah. So honestly, I was glad to see Miami pull that out. And what they're been able to do. As far as the Indiana Oregon game, my God, that was an ass whooping.
It was bad.
That just belt to ass straight from the word go.
The first play.
Damn.
It looked bad.
What's
It
our
looked
boy
bad.
Dante Moore?
It almost looks like they is cheating though. Because how are you? Because I'm not saying they are, but it's a legit question. How are you? You seen these niggas twice? How y'all that prepared? Like y'all was super prepared, y'all. Like they. Done.
Well,
Like,
Vio, I'm going to
y'all-
piggyback on a point that you made about Dante Moore. He made a bad read the first play. The terrible
He
throw,
does,
bad
and
read.
that's what I
told
say.
y'all.
Dante Moore got really badly
Trash.
exposed in this game.
He trash.
You know what I mean? I didn't know he was that bad.
I
And
told
then
y'all.
he
Didn't I
really
tell y'all?
got exposed.
You did.
Badly.
I'll give you your flowers for that one.
From the
Smooth,
word
smooth.
fucking go, he was just absolute
Smooth,
garbage
did I
in
tell
this
you?
game.
He's trash. He's trash.
And so that's my whole point. Like I didn't know it was going to be that bad. I expected of the two games. I actually thought that game would be a little bit closer.
Right.
I had more expectations out of what I thought Dante Moore was going to be able to do, and he just got totally exposed out there for not being prepared. Mendoza, future Raiders QB, show why he's going to be in the top 5 picks, if not number 1 overall.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
he has poise, he has grace, he stayed cool under pressure. That team just looked so fucking phenomenal.
He was 17 of 20.
17 of
5
20.
touchdowns.
He didn't even throw that much.
No, he didn't have to.
Listen to
But
what we
they
just
got
said.
three-
17
they got
of
three
20.
stud
That means he
running
only
backs.
threw he only threw 20 fucking times over a whole game.
He had 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
5
That's
touchdowns.
wild.
And 20
That
20
is
passes.
wild as hell. Exactly.
That's why they bound to lose.
Like, yeah. And here's the thing. They didn't even show, like you're saying, like, you just expect Miami to be able to, roll over them. I expect that game to be really good because Indiana didn't even show all their cards in this game. Indiana didn't show you everything that they got going on. They didn't have to because Oregon was fucking rolled over and died in the fucking first half of that game.
And plus, in Indiana, they got three good running backs too.
And they got 4 good receivers.
They got 4 good receivers.
Surratt
They got 3
and
good.
Cooper, right?
Cooper,
Yes.
Williams, Becker.
Surratt.
That's
Surratt, nice.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, they didn't even get to show all the weapons that they actually have and can use because of Oregon shit in the bed the way they did. So that's why I said I expect this to be a much, much greater game. Much better game.
So who do you got in NFL girl? Who do you got?
Ooh.
Indiana, Miami.
NFL girl knows she.
Vio got Miami. NFL girl.
I know he does. I still want to listen. I like Mendoza. I really want to see Mendoza do it. Indiana. I mean, it would be the first time in program history for Indiana to win one because Indiana has been garbage forever.
forever.
They have
Never
the
been
lose.
shit
Ain't
when
they
it
the
comes to
losing this
football.
college team, NFL girl? Ain't they like the losing team?
They are.
Yeah, they are. When it comes to like Indiana, they're one of those schools that what is Indiana known for?
Basketball.
They've been
Basketball.
they're a straight up basketball school. There's one of those schools that you're like, oh yeah, no, we're great at basketball. Like, what about your football team? I mean, we have one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We got one. We field a
And
team.
they basketball, and we gonna talk at the end of we on, and you know how we do at the end of the show. We gonna talk at the end of the show how they basketball is talking crazy,
Of
but we
course.
gonna leave
Right.
that to the end of the show.
We'll leave it at the end of the
He's
show.
gonna lost his goddamn
But
mind.
yeah, absolutely. But absolutely, I want to see Mendoza do it. I feel bad for him because he's going to end up as the Raiders QB, depending on how well he does in this game. But yeah, I would like to see Indiana do it just because Mendoza for Signetti, for the great running back that they have there. Like these are future NFL players. Not saying that Miami doesn't have them. We've talked about that. That defense, when 50% of your fucking defensive line is going to the league, you're doing something right. So
And them two niggas they got
Bane and Ezador. Bane and Ezador.
Bane and
Mezzador.
and them two corners that they got back there. That one corner they got.
Frederick.
Oh yeah,
I love
yeah.
Frederick.
Yes, NFL girl. Them
Jesus.
man.
Frederick is nice.
What about Tony? What about Tony?
Tony, yeah, Tony's nice.
Debo Jr. He
That's what
Debo
I'm
Jr.
saying. Like, yeah, that's
do
what, like
everything.
this team. But y'all see how this is more evenly matched up than what we had in the semis.
Yes.
This is going to be such a much better game. And it's very unpredictable because no one's ever seen Indiana reach this high, get this far. We've seen Miami do it in the past, but we haven't seen them do it in like 20, 30, 40, 75
It's just
years.
something about the U that I like. I don't know what it is I like about
I know.
It's just that
it's the history. There's a certain it's the history. You know what I mean?
Like,
There's
that's
like
my kind
there's
of
something
school.
to that.
That's my kind of school, y'all. I don't know. That's kind of shit I
I get
like.
it. And whereas I'm the opposite. I always like the underdogs. I always like to see that scrappy team. And I know people saying like, well, Indiana isn't that scrappy team. Yeah, they are, because they've never done it. And there's no expectation for to do it. You understand? Right. And so that's why I'm kind of pulling for Indiana in this, because I would like to see the little underdog, come out of this and be like, finally, we got that monkey off our back, and people can stop talking about us being the basketball only school.
Right.
This is one of them. If you pick, this is one of them like you pick a team, but you ain't mad at whoever wins it.
Neither, yeah.
No, not at all.
You're really not. You're really not. As long as it ain't Alabama, Georgia,
Ohio State,
same motherfuckers that's always in there. We can do.
I don't want Clemson because fuck Dabo forever too.
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about him. Them niggas ain't gonna win until 2030.
Not never. Yeah.
2070.
Yeah. There you go, Mike. That was better. Mine was
2070.
2070.
Yeah, you have more expectations of them than I do.
So long as Dabo there, they have peaks.
All right, so Smooth. The floor is yours. What are your thoughts on college games? And
he's the Rakim of the podcast.
Smooth Stradamus.
Smooth Stradamus.
He's the Rakim of the podcast. God FC.
So the theme of this is going to be coaching, right?
Yeah.
So Indiana coach, this is why they well prepared, because Indiana coach is not a joke, right? He makes sure they're well prepared and things like that, right? Mm-hmm. So you gotta imagine he didn't see Miami, the U, and the pass rush and all that. He's gonna have something for that for sure. And once again, I'm gonna keep harping on Carson Beck, whether he been there or not. The reason why they lost games this year is because he went out there and threw 3 or 4 interceptions. He hasn't played a tough defense like this whole playoffs. It's been tailor-made for Miami to win.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut people out.
Ole Miss is not a tough defense, man.
Nigga, what Ohio State, nigga?
Ohio State? But they lost that game. They lost that game because of Ohio State quarterback. It wasn't Carson Beck doing anything. It was because Ohio State quarterback went out there and threw 2 or 3 interceptions. And that's Miami defense.
Sure.
That's Miami defense.
I just had to ask. I'm not down.
You know I'm gonna have something for you though, Via. You know I got it.
Hey, so I gotta get the people what they want.
I'm still not a believer in Carson Beck or Cristobal, right?
Gotcha.
Because Cristobal showed you that he doesn't know how to operate in clutch time situations. So I'm going with Indiana. I think the story has already been written, and it's their time to shine. Miami you already had that whole 10 to 15 years of shining, and now the way college sports are and the way sports are in general, it's time for somebody to shine. You won the Heisman, and most likely, a lot of times when you win the Heisman and you in this tournament, you win the actual championship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had outliers like LSU when he won the actual Heisman and they wasn't even in the running. You never see that, but that was just one of those crazy years.
Yeah.
When Joe Burrow won the Heisman, they won the championship. Normally, when you win that Heisman, you usually, if you get to the championship, you win. So I'm going with Indiana, and I think coaching is going to be the catalyst of this.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Ball is going to choke in clutch. Sauce Carson back, and that Indiana team is going to be well together, well prepared. Don't make mistakes. And as soon as Miami make a mistake, they're going to capitalize on that, and that's going to be the reflection of the game.
All right, well said. As for me, I've wrestled with this pick for like a few days now. I'm kind of been on the fence between both. And to your points with Indiana, like I don't disagree. I think Indiana is a well-oiled machine, and I think the way Miami played against Ole Miss, while they did play well a little bit, I also think Ole Miss, the one touchdown pass, there was a bust in coverage, didn't make it, and then even the Carson Beck touchdown. The play call was a bad play call. I don't know why you're not running zone in that situation. You run man, and then literally Carson Beck just runs, and there's no one there. You would need to have eyes on everyone. I would play zone in that situation just because it's a condensed field. Zone is easier, so then there's less places for him to throw. So he's going to have to either throw it away or eat it, right? So that part kind of was whatever. But I think the blueprint that Miami will have to institute to win is they're going to have to hold the ball. I think that's what they did against Ole Miss. They're going to have to do that against Indiana. I think they're going to have possess the ball for at least 40. I mean, if they can get to that level, I think they have a shot. Because to your points, with Indiana, they will capitalize on mistakes. And once they capitalize on mistakes, it's like an avalanche. And at that point, Indiana will run up the score. They're not going to.
Indiana won't, but Indiana ain't going to stop. Indiana ain't going to be able to stop Fletcher, though.
Let's hope so. Like, listen, I'm going to give, I'm taking Miami in a close game only because I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to keep the ball and possess the ball as much as they can. And I think if they do that.
Look, man.
Let me cook a little bit. Yeah, let me cook.
You got it. Go ahead.
So I just think if I have to pick right now, I think it's going to be a close game. But I'll give Miami the nod only because also I think defensively, to Vio's point, I'm curious to see how they're going to be able to stop those edge guys. If those edge guys have a good game, I think that they can keep Indiana at bay. But to your Smooth's point, if Cignetti's able to scheme up ways to keep those guys in check and they can't get to Mendoza, it's going to be very tough. They got to get to Mendoza. They have no shot of winning if they cannot get pressure. Because Mendoza's going to carve them up otherwise. So they got to get pressure.
This is the most stoutest front forward seven they're going to see.
True.
Indiana ain't seen no front seven like this.
I mean,
these niggas can play.
The only one you could say is Ohio State's front seven.
Right.
And they kept them at bay for the most. And they
beat Ohio State, but I mean, I don't know how much stock to take into Ohio State. Can we just say they overrated? Yeah. Like, not just because we Michigan fans, but let's just be honest. They're overrated.
The quarterback.
Yeah, the coach.
Julian Shane?
The coach.
Ryan
the
Day.
Coach.
He landed at third base.
You went and got all this money, NFL girl. Vouch for me. Tell me if I'm lying. You went and got all this money on the NIL. You went and got these players. You went and got an NFL defense coordinator, Mike Patricia. All this bullshit, and your ass ain't even close to it. You didn't last one weekend. Over fucking rated. And on top of that, guys, Smooth, NFL girl, Mike, you the host, you can tell me. Another team in your same conference is about to win it.
Yep.
Big Ten.
Yeah.
So, dude, you overrated, bro. You overrated.
I think the SEC right now is a little overrated. I think the SEC right now is a little overrated too, but
overrated.
So he won no sustained success.
Success.
Bingo.
That I agree. There you go.
And you can look at Ryan Day and tell you ain't got a clue. He don't got a clue.
Well,
He looked like the dumbest coach on the sidelines. He looked like he waiting for. He looked like he waiting for Matt Patricia to tell him something. What you think? What you think, Matt? I don't know. What you think? I don't know. What you think? I don't know.
He
I
don't.
don't
He
know.
don't. He don't look like. He don't look
Yeah,
intelligent.
man,
He
stupid
doesn't.
motherfucker. Fuck him. And then you over here talking about how you
Tell
gonna
us how
beat us.
you
Nigga,
really feel, Vio.
Yo, don't hold.
we beat you with a coach that wasn't even thinking about winning the game.
No, he wasn't. He was thinking about fucking girls
He thinking
in
about getting
Columbus.
pussy.
He
He
was
thinking
thinking
about
about
getting pussy.
NFL girl. He was probably sending text messages during that game. That's why he only scored 13 fucking points
He was thinking about getting pussy, and we still beat you.
in Columbus, of
In
all
Columbus.
places. He's busy trying to.
Oh,
That's when we only had 13. That's when we had 13 points. We would have had more points if we were actually
Hey,
locked in.
Mike, NFL girls, smooth. They like Coach Moore. It's second and 10. What do you want to run? I don't know. I'm talking this hole. You figure it out.
We were never let there. That's going to be a lingering
I
thing.
don't know. I'm trying to
that
get the
guy
joke on
right
my
there,
house, nigga. Y'all figure it out.
All right, let's transition NFL, shall we? So,
Oh,
NFL
nice one.
playoffs
I'm
started
ready. I'm ready for that.
yesterday, or it started this weekend. Had some decent games for the most part. A couple duds, but for the most part, pretty good
Two
games.
teams I'm gonna rant about. Two teams I'm gonna go off on.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so we'll switch it up. So Smooth, you
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead,
give
Smooth.
us
We
your
need to hear you
thoughts?
first.
Lord, you
We
know.
need to hear
You
you
want to
first.
give us your obviously your we had so hold on, let me tee it up. So we had the
Stop
VO
talking, Vio.
we had the VO and we had the VO and Smooth Bowl on
Nah,
Sunday. Hold
nah.
on.
We brothers. It wasn't no animals. We brothers. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just a game. It ain't.
Yeah,
It ain't like
so
what it is. It ain't like what it's gonna be this week. This
yeah,
week is
got you.
animosity.
We'll get to that. We'll tee it up. So we had the VO and Smooth Bowl this past weekend. VO's team came out on top. So I'll let Smooth go first. So Smooth, give us your thoughts on the playoffs in general, and then just thoughts on your Eagles.
Okay, the thoughts on the playoff in general is Vegas, 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 right? So that's the thoughts on that, right? If you notice, every game was either a 3-point win or a 4-point win,
Man, they were good though, Smooth. You can't complain. They were good games.
except for the Steelers getting blown out and the Chargers getting
Oh my
blown.
god. Oh my god.
Every other game
Was good.
was 3 or 4, right? So there's no way in the world the Jaguars supposed to lose to the Bills. But they love Josh Allen, right? And they want to push him to the Super Bowl. They had the Bills favored going against Jacksonville.
Ooh.
And NFL girl, they got them favored going against Shaw, which is ridiculous. At the end of the day,
They gonna win. They gonna win though.
At the end of the day, Josh Allen has had weapons and didn't get to the Super Bowl. So how is he gonna get to the Super Bowl without weapons? I'm just not understanding why they give Buffalo, with that terrible run defense, all this credit. And Jacksonville was averaging 5 to 6 yards a carry, and this dude Liam Cohen stopped running the ball. If they'd have just ran the ball down their throat, Josh Allen wouldn't have got the ball, and they'd have came away with an easy win. Let me get to the real point of the matter. When you have a team that doesn't have an adult as a coach, you get results like this. Right?
I'm sorry, which team are you referring to, Smooth? Just for
when
context.
You have a team, everybody knows. Right?
No, you got to give context to the new viewers.
Okay,
Smooth,
okay.
So
no, make sure you say the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles.
When you have a coach named Soriani that's not an adult, right? He's a kid that make kid decisions. This is the second time he chose one of his friends to be the offensive coordinator. The second time. And both times it's been a disaster in a first-round exit. How are you a coach if you're not an offensive-minded coach or a defensive-minded coach and you're a coach? So what are you doing? What are you? This was an opportunity for him to put this team in the record books of trying to go back to back. The way the season was this year, with all that talent on offense, and you go out there and you score 19 points again. I'm asking for Soriani to get out of here. He needs to go. Because at the end of the day, instead of manning up and saying, hey, I made a mistake, let me make a change, you kept coming to press conferences and saying, I'm going to look at everything. You ain't look at shit. What did you look at? Because a team with all that talent should be scoring 30 points a game. Last year they were second in rushing. This year they're 25th. Last year they were second in time of possession. This year 28th. You can't go from second to 28th, and it's all because of your dumbass decisions with an offensive coordinator. The whole season has been a
Your
mess.
quarterback is limited too. Go ahead, make sure you add that out because
I
they
will
call plays
eventually.
to his strengths. That
But the
nigga,
thing is,
you're a fraud too.
if you are sending 4 verticals, you don't have any kind of continuity in the routes that you're sending them on, and you got AJ with alligator arms, like
He don't want to be there.
it's
Have y'all
because of the
figured that
coach
out?
though, right?
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
It's because of the coach. Soriano yelling at him on the sideline and he yelling
That was
back.
uncalled for. That made me mad when he did that.
That means he's not an adult, man. He was yelling at the fans. You got to have a leader of men as a coach. And he's not. He's never been. I don't even know where he came from. So I'm like,
it came from Indianapolis, I believe.
And I guarantee you, let me tell you, two Super Bowls, 1 win, 3 championship games. He's not going nowhere.
I
So
see what you're saying, right?
just know that. I'm just
But
telling you, he's not going
it's
nowhere.
all fraudulent though, right?
I feel you, but he ain't
Shane
going nowhere.
Steichen,
I had to deal with the
Shane
same shit with
Steichen,
Shanahan. I got to deal with the same shit. So go
Shane
ahead.
Shane Steichen was the offensive coordinator when they went to the first Super Bowl, and Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator went to the second Super Bowl. Any of the decisions he made, he didn't make those decisions for those offensive coordinators. That was out of his hands. When he made the decision for
But
Brian
Kevin, you
Johnson,
know what's crazy? But what's crazy, Smooth? Can you ask me? Kevin Patullo was there for all three though. He been there. He been there. He been.
a quarterback
That's
coach.
what's crazy.
Yeah, that's even worse. Brian Johnson, he hired disaster. It was no motion or anything like that. I'm like, how the hell you not going to scheme your players open? Then he hired this clown Kevin Patullo, he only know how to call 15 scripted plays. And in the second half, he's just throwing darts at the wall. Don't know what to call. It's like, how can you as a head coach not see that and make a change? Buffalo did it years ago in the middle of the season. You have to do that. But you're dealing with two imbeciles, Sirianni, an imbecile, and Kevin Patullo. You said they're one of the dumbest coaches. He got to be at the top of the board as one of the dumbest coaches ever. You can't even call offensive plays. This is not a defensive scheme. Offense is a little easier to call than defense. And this clown couldn't even call plays. It's a reason why his house got egged. Like kids egged his house because they thought he was so terrible. Like you're
You
in
got to talk about
Philadelphia.
who about Big Fangio. He got clown too this week.
I mean, you can't clown dudes when the offense keeps going 3-and-out. Your defense is on the field way too much.
Don't they lead
Way
the
too
league in
much.
3 and outs?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And that's all based off of play calling and coaching.
Right.
The coaching has been atrocious right on the opposite side of the ball. Sirianni doesn't do anything. Like when you look at a coach, like in San Francisco, he's an offensive mind. In Denver, offensive mind. Normally, a head coach can do something good. I have no idea what he does good. He lies at every press conference. He never tells the truth. So what do you have? You have a dysfunctional coaching staff, and it leads to dysfunction. And that's why you scored 19 points against a hurt San Francisco team. Kittles goes out
Some hurt
with an
dogs though.
Achilles, and I just don't understand. It's just a ridiculous situation. It makes no sense. And I'm saying, fire Sirianni now, please. Please get his ass out of there immediately.
He gonna be mad. He ain't going nowhere.
Well said, Smooth. Well said, Rant there. NFL girl, what were your thoughts on it? What? I was gonna go to you last because I know you got a lot.
No. Let him go.
Go ahead, Theo.
Let him go.
Go ahead, Theo.
I'm gonna be quick.
Go ahead. Go for it.
I'm gonna be quick because I
Go
want
ahead.
that real good.
No, you
I
won't.
ain't got much
But go
to say.
for it.
Look, no, listen to me. ESPN, fuck you. Fox, fuck you. Who else? Who else? Everybody picked the Eagles.
Price, CBS.
Fuck you. CBS, fuck you. Who else? Who next? You cool?
NFL
Fuck you.
Network.
NFL Network, fuck you. Look, man, you don't question the heart. You look. I told y'all a few weeks ago. We got some dogs. Remember we talked about that? I
We
told you
did.
they
We
have
did.
heart. They have heart. Look,
You
they've
got
been there.
coaching,
They've been
coaching,
there.
coaching,
You look at Denver, right? Denver. You mentioned Denver. You know why Denver's good? Because they have Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph may not have been a great head coach, but
coaching.
he's a good. But he is a
I said
Coordinator.
the
coach,
thing. I
and he
said the
knows
thing was
how to do
coaching.
it.
The thing is
Yeah,
coaching.
the same thing with Sirianni with us, right? Like you have to. One thing about it, man, you have to not underestimate guys who have won it and guys that are hungry. No, we went out there and beat the Eagles in Philadelphia without Fred Warner, without Nick Bosa, and George Kittle hurt. Okay,
Coaching.
like that's dog. It ain't about coaching. I think it's about will. I think you build a culture, nigga. We brought two niggas off the motherfucking street. We brought Eric Kendricks off the street. He was on the couch. Garrett Wallow, NFL girl, he was on y'all practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
Was he not? He
He
was just
was.
sitting there chilling. We got them, and they look like Greenlaw and Warner. Am I lying? They look like Greenlaw. They had 22 tackles combined with those two.
But
22 tackles
VO, once
combined.
again though, VO, it's all coaching, right? It's all coaching. Look at
I,
the
I,
Bears.
I,
Look at the Bears. Look at the Bears last year, right? With Eberflus. They look like the bad news Bears. You bring
they
B
should have
Johnson in
lost. As much
there.
as I love
They
Chicago,
should
they
have
should have
lost.
lost.
I
They
agree with
lost. They
that.
lost because of coaching. They lost. Hey, the
That's
Green
what
Bay
I'm saying.
Packers
This
is
whole
the
this
Green Bay
whole
Packers is
thing.
on what you saying is coaching. That's what you
Yeah,
they fall right in the line of what you talking about. The Green Bay Packers. Ain't
right.
no way you should lose that game. Green
It's
Bay
no
Packers should
way.
not have lost that game
I
at
agree.
Right.
all.
But you see how last year they looked so disorganized,
Mm-hmm.
and you bring an offensive mind in there. Caleb Williams looks different. Coaching
Yeah,
matters in the NFL.
yeah, and
It
but
matters.
also you got to bring in a leader of men too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
That's
to,
yeah.
why
man.
I don't think Sirianni going nowhere. The team as a whole likes the dude. You got one nigga that
But
don't
he's
like
not
him.
a leader, though. He's not a leader.
They've already, but it's hard to argue with that when they've already won the championship. Like
And they've
I
already
can't
been to
shit on
championship.
I
They
ain't
did
gonna
the same thing.
I ain't gonna shit on the Philadelphia coach. I'm not because the simple fact is that he's doing really as a coach what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just navigate over shit. You ain't supposed to really run nothing. You really a CEO. You got
But
what I'm feeling like you oversee shit. Like
he picked the offensive coordinator, though, man.
you see how Sean Payton is letting Van Joseph do his thing. You don't see Sean Payton go over to Van Joseph
Because he's a
and
leader of men. That's
no,
what
but
he's a leader.
Sirianni is too.
He's not.
The problem is what you said. You need to get a better offensive coordinator that they believe in. This was the same virtual group that won the goddamn Super Bowl just a year ago. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck.
But he
Okay, you
made
only
that
lost
decision,
maybe
though.
one person, right?
But he made
It's
the decision,
because
BO. He picked the offensive coordinator like he did before.
well, I mean, but you can't hold Kellen Moore back. He was destined for a job. Let the guy get a job.
It's
You
no
know what I mean?
problem. But you got to make a
But
decision. That's fine. But you don't make the same dumb decision you did when you hired another
he
guy
hired
from your
Kellen Moore.
staff,
But he
Brian
hired
Johnson.
Kellen Moore. Look, the last two
He didn't
offensive
hire
coordinators.
Callum Moore. That wasn't him. That
Oh,
was
there was Harry
that was
Roseman, right?
Howie Roseman.
But
That
my
was
point
Howie
is
Roseman.
that my point is that you've been in the last two Super Bowls. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. Nigga, they never even smelt the Super Bowl. Okay,
But
they
VO,
don't even know what it look like. Look, the Eagles just I don't mean to shit on the Eagles like that, but goddamn it, you just won two recently. You got two Super Bowls in your banner. Like you got two banners blocking the light out. Right? It's not like you like the Packers or the Steelers or
I
whatever
agree.
that's used to it. So the fans need to chill out a little bit. Fans talking like they've been winning
But see,
15
VO,
years in a row.
they fired Doug Peterson after he won as well. So it's not out of the possibility though, right?
They fired Doug Peterson because he wasn't playing a lot of players. And he wasn't letting players get to their potential. He was kind of like favoritism. That's why his asses got fired. And Doug Peterson ain't never been that great of a coach. He's been
I
okay.
agree.
The
I
only
agree.
reason he won is because that Philly team that won against the Patriots was special. They had a special defense.
I
They had
agree.
special players on that team, and they were
I
destined to
agree.
win. And they were on a nice run. Okay, and the Patriots were okay. If you want to keep it a buck, the Patriots was just the best out of the AFC, but that don't mean they was the best team.
No,
They was just the
they
best
were just
the
not.
AFC
Facts.
had to offer.
Facts.
But I will say this is that the Eagles will be back. We're not worried. But I think this is more on, I hate to say it, but this is more on the 49ers and how their season has been and what they've shown you all year long. They're very resilient. They're very deep. They're very well coached. You know what I mean? Look,
Coach,
we have
it's the
look,
coaching.
look.
It's coaching every time.
The problem is that the NFL is always against them. The NFL is always fucking the Niners. Like, look at. I'm gonna give y'all an example of this playoff schedule. You had the Bears and the Rams play on Saturday, right? You had the Seahawks who had a whole goddamn week off, right? And you got us who just played fucking Sunday. Why do you have us playing Saturday night? You should have the Rams and Bears. That's a whole fucking week. Am I not mistaken, y'all? That's a week. That's a fair. That's fair. The Seahawks. Who cares if they have a 7 or 6 day rest? Nigga, you got 6 days of rest. You know what I mean? So who cares if you play on Saturday or Sunday? But the Niners, on the other hand, nigga, we just play Sunday night, and we gotta play Saturday, and we got injuries already. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't care what nobody say. You giving everybody a week time of rest but us. But guess what we do?
I agree.
Guess what we do? We stick our finger in your face and say, fuck you, Goodell. You feel me? And we're going to go win this bitch. And we're going to get number 6. And like I said, I don't want to slander Smooth. The Eagles was fine. I don't like they other fans. They fans are too damn cocky. Not Smooth, but the other fans. They're disrespectful. And that's what you get when you're disrespectful. You get what's owed to you. You get your foot in your ass. You get your foot in your ass. Throwing snowballs at fans coming into the game, trying to run into them, do that kind of shit. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's
sucker shit. I agree with that.
And you deserve what you get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But that ain't got nothing against the players. I love AJ Brown still. I know the fans love him. Hey, come to San Francisco. We'll treat you right. Okay?
Come back to Tennessee.
yeah. But you know what? Honestly, guys,
y'all needed WR1.
We need a lot.
Hey,
but
yeah, NFL girl.
A miracle, a prayer. God,
tell me this.
Seance.
Hey, would you be surprised if AJ Brown ended up in New England? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Not at all.
I wouldn't.
That's where you're going.
I wouldn't.
No, that's not a hot take either.
But
you know what? If anything, I could see him in Buffalo because they need a WR1 bad. Who the fuck was their WR1 this year? Gabe Davis or?
Shakir.
I think
Shakir. Thank you.
But
he going to New England.
The reason I say that, I think Vrabel would go after him.
Yeah, he will.
For sure.
Vrabel drafted him.
No, VO to your point, there's video footage when they made the trade to Philly of Mike Vrabel punching the wall when that happened. So
right, and they don't have a number 1 receiver there. They have some nice little receivers.
They do have
not a guy like him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Buffalo gonna have to do something else. He wouldn't go to Buffalo. I don't see that happening.
No, but let me talk about that real quick. Let me say that real quick. All right, I'm done. Josh Allen showed me something, goddammit. Nigga, when you carry niggas 10 yards into the end zone, when you carry, I don't care if they talk about he was pushed. No, he wasn't. You watch the highlight again. That white boy carried 3 months. He carried their asses all the way into the goddamn end zone. Look, this is a different Josh Allen that I saw play on Sunday. This is the one that could take you to the championship game. You know what I'm saying? He came out there and said, he had that look on his face, look like, fuck y'all. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna win this goddamn game. Even after y'all saw when Sean McDermott called that stupid ass quarterback power.
Yeah.
He damn near got his head taken off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like where they didn't think he was coming back. He came back again and said, "Fuck this." Josh Allen is scary to play right now, just because he does so much and the ball's in his hands a lot. And I'm pulling for Denver, of course. Y'all know that. I've been pulling for them all year long. But one thing I will tell them is if they get this Josh Allen, I want Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph got to be the DJ. What's my guys in the middle? Oh my God, the guy that came from Allen, and what's the other guy from San Francisco, the big fella. Number 93 NFL girl. You know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name right now.
Yeah. Them two got to put in work.
Yeah,
they got to put in work. But it's been a great playoffs. But shout out to Smooth. I didn't want to troll Smooth. I trolled all the other Eagle fans. I say my respectfulness for my brother. I love him.
I told you though. Shit. I said it though.
I wasn't gonna get but certain people I got some for. Now Dylan on the other hand, we got a whole.
Don't worry, we'll get that. We'll get to that. Hold on, we'll get to that.
No, we don't even need to get to it. We'll wait.
No, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll do that now. So hold on. Let me get NFL Girl's thoughts. NFL Girl, what were your thoughts on the playoffs and all that good stuff?
Honestly, as well as VO is talking about, how good Josh Allen looked. I'm actually glad because everybody's like, you prefer to play the Bills over the Jaguars. Jaguars put belt to ass against us and beat us 45-21 in fucking Denver. I did not want them niggas again.
Yeah.
At the fuck all. You feel what I'm saying? They beat the fuck out of it. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It only ended up 45-21 because they let us score 2 touchdowns at the end. So you already got your ass whooped.
But I think NFL girl, I think Jacksonville match up good against y'all though. The matchup, the way they
did you see the game?
No.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm talking about personnel wise.
They still whooped every part of their ass.
They beat the fuck out of us. It was embarrassing the way they beat us. I think we got a better shot against Buffalo because I understand. And if they have the Josh Allen they had last week, they're going to be a problem.
Man.
For real. I just don't trust their receiving core. You understand? It has nothing to do with it. Their backfield. James Cook is a great running back. I don't have a problem with their running game. It's just their receiving core is not the best. And that being said, that's why I feel like
Sertan out there.
Exactly.
No, but let's keep it a buck. Brandon Cooks look good so Sunday. Brandon Cooks made some key catches for them. They ain't had that all year long.
He did some things. No, that's facts. That's facts. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we match up better with them. I still think they're going to be a problem. So. I'm not, picking this as a runaway game because, again, I don't know what Bo Nix is going to show up at this game. I've had a great Bo Nix who put up, 35 on the team. I've had a shitty Bo Nix who couldn't get a fucking touchdown at all. So I don't know. Depending on which Bo Nix shows up, depends on how that game is going to go, and we're going to find out early on in the first quarter of how that game is going to go. 49ers Eagles. I'm sorry, I love both of y'all, but that was just some straight fucking embarrassing shit that the Eagles. I mean, the fact that they end up firing their OC because they will not move on from Sirianni. Again, it's going to be a team that needs to make some decisions if they plan on moving further, and it's not all on Sirianni. But there is absolutely some contention there with Sirianni because whatever the fuck he has against AJ Brown and that he's had with AJ Brown all season is absolutely becoming a problem.
Bullshit.
You understand?
Because actually AJ Brown is right if you want to be technical.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing, and that's the thing, because there's no way 49ers, as banged up as they were, missing key pieces of their offense. Key pieces on their defense. Kittle gets in there and gets hurt immediately. All the things that were going against the 49ers and the fact that they were coming from the West Coast to the East Coast into cold weather, they had all the favor was in the Eagles' favor. Eagles should have walked away with this game and got embarrassed at home. Fucking ridiculous.
Actually, the Niners should have beat them by more. Because if Brock Purdy don't throw them bad interceptions, it probably would have been a worse game. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, for sure. But do you understand what I'm saying? Considering how many injuries y'all had, considering everything that was going, considering they were playing in cold weather in Philly, right? It should not. This game should not have been gone the way that it did.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So they need to look at what the fuck. I understand that Sirianni was like, it wasn't me, it was my OC. Nigga, it's you. Yeah. It's you.
No,
they're going to give you another year. Man. And they'll give him another year, and they'll realize that it's going to be the same bullshit again next year. So
they all deserve the blame
unless they got like a really good former coach who's an offensive mind.
Actually, exactly. I ain't gonna. You know what? As bad as Patello was, I'm gonna get on Vic Fangio ass too. We drove right down the field first drive.
Having Fangio as a head coach, I could tell you that he's a fucking piece of shit.
You saw how we drove down there on that first drive, like it looked like that.
Yeah.
Pop, touchdown.
Rams and Panthers. I'm kind of heartbroken that I mean Matt Stafford is definitely MVP, but Bryce Young really showed something.
Awesome,
he gave it every fucking thing he had. Rico Dowdle showed that he was my god, that kid looks so fucking good.
About Coker
played well.
Do you understand y'all saw the potential in the Panthers? I really love this team. Honestly, I was kind of mad that it came down to a Falcons win or loss between Tampa Bay and
Right.
Carolina getting in. But seeing what Carolina did with that in getting in,
They did. They shut us up.
they
Basically,
shut me
remember
the
we were
fuck
talking
up.
shit. Remember
But
we were talking shit
listen,
about
I
them.
think it goes to Smooth's point, coaching.
Absolutely,
Hey, Dave Canales
absolutely.
is a good approach. Dave Canales is good.
He
Remember
Great.
is
that? We
good.
didn't know. We didn't
He
know.
listen. He brought something out of Bryce Young that listen. I was ready for Bryce Young to not be in the league. I was ready for
Yes,
this nigga to
ma'am.
go play in the
I
XFL.
remember.
But I also
Okay.
think with Bryce
You know?
too, like to your point, but I also think with Bryce, he didn't have anything around him.
That
You were
part.
asking, you
And,
were,
and guys,
no,
he's super young.
yeah, like yeah,
He's
because
young.
to your point, like he was super young. When he got drafted, he had no offensive line, no running backs. Adam Thielen was the number one receiver, and you're asking him to do what? And then I was arguing with idiots on Instagram saying that he was a bust. I'm like, how? I don't understand. Like,
Right.
I get so fucking irritated with people online. This is why we have to be patient with these guys, especially with someone like Bryce.
Right.
You get him Terry McMillan, you get him guys, he can do something.
That dude, that's
Surround
one of my
him.
favorite
Right.
players.
Surround him with an
talent.
O-line. Give him a good receiver. Give him a running game so you don't have to depend solely on his talent and his running ability.
To your point with Mendoza, with the Raiders,
With Mendoza,
it's the same
exactly.
thing we're gonna say. If you think you're gonna draft Mendoza to that shit show in the Raiders with nothing and think he's gonna magically do it at Indiana, you're fucked. I'm gonna say that to your face.
Absolutely.
You're fucked. And
1000%.
And the Raiders actually, you know what?
They got a running back. They got a tight end.
They got so bad that they actually got talent.
They got money too.
Got talent.
And they got money.
Exactly.
They got money.
For sure.
They got talent.
They got one of the top tight ends in the league. They got a good running back, and to your Smooth point, they got money. You have to.
Talent. The Raiders got talent.
They they need to be spending in free agency, not so much in the draft.
Girl, thank you.
Spend some fucking money in free agency. Go after.
Or I would say I would so fortify the O line.
For sure.
And then offensively, you draft as much pieces as you can.
Exactly.
What's the little receiver? Trey Tucker. He cold.
Trey Tucker's nice, but you got to get.
For sure.
Okay, and then Brock Bowers, but then you have
he elite.
He's elite. So you have. It's not that the cupboard's bare in Oakland. It's just you need like with Bryce Young. He has a good offensive.
You see what Ashton Jitty can do when you give him the goddamn ball and you give him
exactly.
He scored.
But they gotta have
touchdowns on the Texans, nigga.
To have a strong O line. Their O line is porous as hell, and that is hurting them.
And the same thing to your point. Just circle back to Bryce. That was what hurt him.
Bingo. And that's what I'm saying. And you see the difference of bringing in key O-line players and what that did for Bryce. You could do that there in Oakland. Not Oakland, with Vegas or whatever. I don't want that because fuck Vegas for fuck the Raiders. But you understand what I'm saying? Like there's a way to.
You know, Mark Davis is stupid. You know what I mean? Like Al Davis would never approve goddamn Tom Brady being part of the ownership. Do you know if Al Davis would have known that, dude, he would have said, "Get the fuck." He probably would have cussed him out of the office. You know what I mean? Like if Al Davis saw that Tom Brady is part of your
listen, Al Davis would not have he would not have approved of Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. Absolutely not. Geno Smith would not have been.
Why would you bring a dude that cost your team?
Right.
Tom Brady literally.
Cost him a chance. Yeah, that's part.
Sure.
Right. Because of that Tuck rule bullshit. That changed the whole direction of the franchise.
And you bring this guy to be part of your management?
That's wild.
What are
fucking
we
crazy.
What kind of drugs
fucking
y'all
crazy.
You know, it's just like sons.
Too many.
It's like sons who own teams and aren't doing a good job, like the Yankees.
They must be in the same fan club.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry. George Steinbrenner's haunting house. Then, like NFL Girl said last week.
The nepotism. The nepotism fan club.
Listen, George Steinbrenner's in House Steinbrenner's ear every night. What the fuck are you? What are you doing to my team, bitch?
Boy, if George can come back right now, he said, "I'll take control. You go somewhere."
George, if he could resurrect himself, he would have already signed. He would have signed Shohei already.
Man, first of all, Aaron Boone would have never been a manager.
That part.
No,
that part.
We got off him. But
yeah, go on.
I said, y'all got me off track.
Sorry, go on.
I saved the best for last. I saved the best for last. That motherfucking Bears-Packers game, y'all, I was working that night. I had my alert already prepped because fuck, the Bears wasn't doing shit. They was pissing me the fuck off. And I got Bears friends or whatever. Them niggas was turning the game off. They fucking texted me. Was like, is anything happening in the game? I was like, bitch, it's your team. I hope you watching this. Like, just an absolute embarrassment. It was fucking gross to watch. I was so disappointed. And then the motherfucking fourth quarter came, and I don't know what the fuck Ben Johnson said to them niggas in the locker room.
Throw to Colston Loveland.
Hey, it was Caleb.
Throw to Colston Loveland.
Caleb came alive.
Leadership.
Colston Loveland.
DJ Moore decided he knew how to get open and used them. Took the frying pans off his hands. Finally, started catching balls.
Colston Loveland.
And Colston Loveland, my God, that boy put together some motherfucking film out of that game. He didn't get a touchdown. He got 167 yards receiving though. My boy was looking good.
That's VO, me and you know about Colston Loveland.
Hey, I told you the first two picks they made. Him and Luther Burden. I told you both of them was going.
Colston nice, man.
Woo! When I tell y'all that game.
Shit,
167 is crazy. 167
is crazy.
Like Green Bay, like sorry to interrupt.
Packers.
Sorry to interrupt. But Green Bay, like I'm confused. Like Colston Loveland's cooking all. Y'all don't think to like bracket him or double him or no? You just let this motherfucker run.
About DJ Moore.
Yeah, I guess.
About DJ Moore.
I hate to be the spoiler though. But if what you call it plays though, they don't win that game because you have Michael Parsons pressure the quarterback. They don't.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll leave that little. I still want the Bears to win, but I want the Bears fans to understand that if this nigga, as much as I don't like Michael Parsons,
here we go though. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, okay.
NFL girls dropping riddles.
You understand what I'm saying? If this had happened, and if
NFL girl dropping riddles.
Yeah, if Tampa Bay was in it, maybe the Rams are out. Maybe Baker had done something. We could play the if game all day. However, that ain't what the fuck happened.
So NFL girl, you're not. NFL girl, you're not sad that Jordan Love is not progressing to the playoffs.
I'm happy.
NFL girl's favorite quarterback, Jordan Love, is not making this.
I tell you, watching the sadness on the sideline with the motherfucking Packers as they was losing this game at the end. Let me tell you, when he threw that last touchdown, I fucking screamed. I'm on work from home. I was scared my neighbor was gonna call the police. I screamed so fucking loud.
They lost the game because the Packers the Packers were being ignorant. They were talking shit while they were ahead.
They was talking shit.
Too much shit.
And number two, they weren't humble after they lost. Talking about the Bears didn't do nothing.
No, you lost.
They also was talking shit about like your coach is disrespectful.
Yeah,
that's not even the way. Fuck the Packers.
I love it.
Packers.
I love it.
Absolutely love it.
Take that L.
Listen, you know how many times motherfucking Brett Favre talks shit after the games like this is my motherfucking house, and then Jordan Love came in. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and then Jordan Love. Hold on. And then Jordan Love came in there and tried to say this same bullshit. He was like, when he started winning there in Chicago, he started that same bullshit. He was like, yeah, this still fucking Packers house. And then like, okay, nigga, now you got fucking humble. Now what? In a playoff game, bitch.
Yeah, playoff
game.
Have fun in Cabo, bitch.
Listen, I just thought it was funny to see Caleb Williams grating the cheese at the end of the game.
Yeah.
They made that shit a meme already, and I love it.
Caleb Williams, man, he must have heard our podcast. I swear shit changed since our podcast. Bro.
He has.
It has. Am I lying? Before that Washington game, I told this nigga, look,
this is time to step up. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. And it seemed like since that game, we have seen Caleb Williams.
He hasn't said anything. He's just gone and played.
And guys, he has passed in Washington. For the simple fact is, he gonna be with Ben Johnson for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Dan
Quinn, I don't know about that.
He about to have a new offensive coordinator right now.
Yep.
So and that team ain't that good. Let's just keep it above.
They old.
See, that's why people you need to check out the podcast. So that way, if you have a quarterback that needs some motivation or some, little.
We need us to give your QB some mojo.
Well, we got and a coach that lost a 28-3 lead against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So they already
smooth.
It's all facts. It's all facts.
It is facts.
He ain't
wrong. I was like, damn, that's just
and then they
put the knife in. A little bit further.
But then they try to put that shit on Shanahan. I'm like, look, asshole, there was a 10-yard holding penalty before that, and they sacked.
That part.
And how about Matt Ryan? And how about Matt Ryan hiking the ball with like 25 seconds on the play clock?
That is
what we had time.
What is we doing?
All right. Boy? So let's segue.
Where's your thoughts on these? What you got? We got.
Oh, my thoughts? The playoffs were good. I loved them. I was sad for the Panthers. I really wanted the Panthers to win.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I wanted the Panthers to win. They played really well.
Jalen Coker looked like
looked good. I think my one takeaway. I mean, obviously the Packers gagged and choked that game away. The Bills. I'm kind. I said this to Smooth, and this might be a hot take, and people may disagree, and that's fine. I'm kind of tired of the tush push.
Yeah,
it's trash.
I'm kind of tired of seeing it.
They are too. I'm
tired of seeing it. I think we need to kind of just, I'm just. It was fine.
They may vote on it again this year, so we'll see.
Yeah,
but you know what's funny though?
Especially after I watched the quarterback run one and take guys 10 yards in the end zone without somebody pushing it.
But the Bills who complained about it ran it like 3 times.
That part, exactly.
So that's the crazy part. The Bills said they wouldn't have banned it, but you got Josh Allen running it.
Yeah, but I would say, out of all the games that for me, I think, obviously the Niners and Eagles game was a close game, I figured, but yeah, I give Niners credit. They got it out, got a good win.
You said it last week. You wouldn't be surprised if the Niners won.
I wouldn't be surprised. I was not surprised, so that wasn't really surprising. But yeah, the Rams and Panthers game was surprising. So I like where the Panthers are. I think obviously if they get one or they're gonna be picking later in the draft. So if they can kind of figure out what piece they can get, they shut us the fuck up. And listen, we can be wrong too on the podcast. We are humble enough to admit when we're wrong. Also,
all of us said, well, they're backing in. And
like they just, I wasn't, and we did, and it's okay. Listen. In life, sometimes you might be right. We were right, Caleb Williams.
Hey, we look better than Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith. They look dumb all the time. It's just us sometimes.
Screaming A. Smith. Fuck him. Anyway, fuck Stephen A. Smith. So let's go to the next round of playoffs. So we got 4 pivotal playoff games coming up. 4 left.
Let's get to it. So
I'm gonna let Smooth take over the hosting. So Smooth, the floor is yours, sir.
Ahead,
so the first game on Saturday afternoon. It's NFL girls, Denver Broncos against Josh Allen, who everybody loves. I don't understand why. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go to Mike first. Give me your prediction.
I think it's gonna be a close game. I'll say that I like the Broncos defense a lot. I think the defense can keep it close. I think it will be a low scoring game. Obviously, Josh Allen, if he balls out the way he did, it would be but I'm going to go Broncos. I got Broncos in a close game. I'll go like 27-24.
I feel like we have to give 2 answers on these playoff games.
VO.
Because there's a playoff answer for who I want to win, and then there's a playoff answer who I think is going to win. You know what I'm saying? I feel like.
Are you trying to hedge your bets, Vio?
Go ahead, Vio.
Now you trying not to hurt my feelings. It's fine, but go ahead.
No, because all that matters is who I want to win.
Okay.
Right now,
I want the Broncos to win. So that's my pick.
So. You know what I mean? So for me, even though I may give 2 answers, you put more stake in who I want to win because that's who I'm pulling for.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Is that fair? Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right. Okay. So in this game, I feel like the Bills will win, but however, I am pulling for the Denver Broncos to win, and I feel like the margin of error is very small between the two.
I agree with that.
Because Denver's defense is so good that they could get a turnover and win the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like they could win the game. But the reason I feel like the Bills will win, not because I feel like the Bills are better. I feel like there's this stuff called FanDuel and MGM betting and stuff out
DraftKings,
there, right? Right,
DraftKings,
DraftKings, right,
Vegas,
DraftKings,
Vegas,
and
Vegas,
Vegas,
Vegas.
Vegas, Vegas.
Vegas. And if it's a call that's going to favor Denver or Buffalo, unfortunately, it's going to go towards the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Mhm.
That's why I feel like
They
they
want
will
Josh
win.
Allen to win,
They
though.
want
Yeah,
Josh
they
Allen. I
want
agree with
Josh
that. I
Allen.
do agree with that. Yeah.
But I feel like the Denver Broncos. I want them to win, and I feel like they can win because they do have a great defense. They're playing
Amazing.
at home.
Yep.
They're playing at home, and they do have weapons. Not like they don't have
Altitude.
A
none.
lot of them.
Yeah,
A lot of them.
Troy Franklin, Cortland Sutton,
RJ Harvey.
RJ Harvey.
Tight
No,
end.
and
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
need to use.
Ingram.
They need it now. Now they need
Ingram.
to use him more. They need to use him more. They
Ingram.
don't use him enough. They don't. NFL girl, am I right? They don't use him enough.
They
I feel
don't.
like he actually could be your number one receiver while you bullshitting. Evan Ingram was very good in Jacksonville. So I don't understand what Sean Payton has done. I'm pulling for the Broncos, damn it. I want the Broncos to win, damn it, and they can. It's just I feel like the NFL likes to do this, and I feel like it's gonna come to that play, and they just gonna give it to the Bills, and we all gonna be
Mm.
mad here talking on
We
Tuesday.
might. We might
I'm
be.
talking about that's some bullshit. But
Yeah.
go Broncos though.
Let's ride.
NFL
Broncos
girl.
country. Let's ride.
Hey, NFL girl, I'm
Don't
with
do
you.
that.
I didn't leave you. I didn't leave you. I didn't leave you. I'm with you. Is that fair?
NFL girl.
Is that fair, guys?
That's fair.
Do y'all feel
That's
like that's fair?
That's fair. NFL girl. Who you?
I
Who you
don't want to be
going
on. I don't want to be
No,
on no
save me
bullshit.
for last. Go, Big Mike.
No, I already
He
went.
went. He
I already
already
went.
went.
It's
Okay.
already. It's your girl. Who you
Okay.
going for? I wonder who NFL girl's gonna pick.
I wonder who I'm going to pick. So hard.
With a Bronco.
Y'all see the background, right?
No objectivity whatsoever.
At the fuck all. No, I can be objective in this because I've repeated it over and over again. I don't know which Bo Nix is going to show up.
And that's the key.
That is the key.
If the Bo Nix that can throw 3 touchdowns, that can find his open receivers, that knows how to lean on his run game when there's no one open, that's shut it. Hit the shutdown. Why are we trying to go 27 yards in the triple coverage? Please stop that dumb shit. If that Bo Nix shows up, the one that knows how to shut it down, who knows to dump it off to his running back or handoff or whatever the case we got to do, knows not to throw in the triple coverage, knows not to take the sack, whatever we got to do. If that's the one that shows up, we got a shot because our defense is going to keep us in it. That's just the defense that we have, and they're going to give Josh Allen problems all fucking day. But if the Bo Nix that throws pickety pick every third fucking play is out there, we are fucked early on.
You know what? I'm gonna change. You know why I like Denver again too? It's because if Bo Nix does do that, the advantage that you have in NFL girl and that Denver has is Sean Payton. He's a
For
Super
sure.
Bowl coach. He's won. He can pull him aside and say, "Look, motherfucker, stop." Okay, look, you
Get
know
your
what I mean?
shit together.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Get your get your shit together. And Bo Nix will listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think y'all have that advantage as opposed to if things are going wrong with Buffalo, Sean McDermott.
They got Sean McDermott
They
though.
kind of even. They kind of even.
Yeah.
They kind of even. Like I don't see Josh Allen saying, "Okay, Sean McDermott, okay." I see Josh Allen be like, "You don't really know shit either."
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's the advantage Denver has. If Bo Nix is out there doing like you said, Sean Payton can see that and say, "Hey, motherfucker, come here.
Right.
Look at this iPad. You see this person here. You see this dude here. Do this." If Bo Nix would be like, "Okay, I got it." Buffalo, I'm not sure they could do that.
Right. And so that's my only thing is my only
Look at this
concern
iPad.
right.
Yeah. Look, motherfucker. Throw to him, not to him. Sean
See the
Payton
guy
talk
in
to him like that.
See the guy in that blue jersey right there? That ain't your teammate, my nigga. Okay.
Right.
See the little buffalo on the side of the helmet? Yeah.
When Sean Payton talk to him
That
like
is
that,
not
he'll
a
tell
horse
him.
on the side of the helmet, dumbass.
That's a big ass buffalo.
Right.
Sean Payton-
Stop throwing
Sean
it at
Payton-
nigga.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sean Payton, asshole. He'll tell him, look, goddamn
For
it,
sure.
stop.
That's
No
what I'm
offense,
saying,
but
like,
fuck the buffalo helmet. I hate that.
Right.
yeah, fuck them. Anyway, so like it just depends on that. I feel the same way as BO, and this is my team. I'm telling y'all, who do I want to have win? Of course, I want my Broncos to win. I love my defense. I love what they've been able to do this year.
I love them.
You know, I've been very passionate about them this year. It's just I'm always concerned when it comes to Bo Nix and their offense and what they're going to do. They always make me nervous every single fucking week of the season they have. I'm glad they got the number 1 seed and got to rest. I hope that allowed them to get healthy and that they get out there and they play to their best ability. I just, you know, like you said, a lot of times it feels like there's a storyline that they're trying to create in the NFL. And I feel like this year's storyline is
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Because there's no Mahomes, there's no Lamar.
Ding,
you
ding,
know
ding,
what I'm
ding.
saying?
Lamar
Ratings.
is not in it. Mahomes is not in it. Yeah, you know, Bo Nix is still a kid. You know, he's only been in the league 2-3 years. You know,
Trevor Lawrence isn't maybe marketable enough or sexy enough
he's
as
coming
you know.
Jacksonville's not as big of a market.
Buffalo's not, but he's with a celebrity.
But there's Bills
Buffalo's
Mafia
never
though.
been.
But there's Bills Mafia. They're popular though.
Bills Mafia.
But you're giving even more of a reason that they can push that storyline. You understand?
Yeah,
like if you believe in the narrative that, you know, the NFL, that these are scripted or whatever, then you believe in the narrative that this is the year for Josh Allen. Haley Steinfeld is getting ready to have his baby. And Bills Mafia, you know, they
deserve one. They ain't been
and
there.
They actually deserved it. No, they've been in the Super Bowl, but they've lost all 4.
Right,
you know, and here's their time to get back there and shine with Josh Allen, who could carry them all the way.
Former MVP.
Is he the savior?
He may win MVP.
The script just writes itself.
Right, exactly. So that being said, if you believe in a storyline narrative, then it's going to Buffalo, and it's not even going to be close. It's not going to be interesting. It's going to be a bloodbath there in Denver. I don't want that. You know, I'm rooting. I'm absolutely rooting for my Broncos, and that's who I want to win at the end of the day.
I want them too. Me too.
But I could just see them trying to push this narrative and it being something that I don't want. You understand?
I got one concern, NFL girl. We got one more concern too. I forgot to bring this up. Who is Raleigh Moss Gordon? Because they look for him. Am I lying?
You're right.
They target him. So we need to make sure that they hide him pretty good.
NFL girl, I need to switch him to safety.
Oh yes, I know.
Switch him to safety and let somebody come
on the inside and put somebody on the outside there.
Shout out to Denver defense. I love them forever. They won me $250 fantasy. I love you.
Hey, so you can give me half that. I'm just saying.
I got you. I tell you what I got. I got you. But look, but he's the only concern. I watched him all year long. I told y'all. So he's the only thing that worries me.
Passing interference.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
So,
he does.
So
hopefully
hopefully they don't match Brandon Cooks up on him some kind of way. That might blow the game open.
Right.
So that's other than that, I feel like Denver. I'm pulling for Denver. Damn it. You know what? Like I said, for that reason, for the coach quarterback reason, is why I think Denver gonna win. If Bo Nix is out there bullshitting, Sean Payton's gonna see that. He's won a championship. Sean McDermott ain't.
Yes, you're right.
Sean McDermott.
I'm absolutely. Right, for sure. I'm still pulling for my Broncos all day, every day. So, and that's who I hope win it.
And y'all at home.
And we at home, and we've had a week of rest. You understand?
Complete.
I love that. I love that.
So
shit right there. I love when they do that.
I think Denver should feel disrespected because
they're the underdogs at home.
That's disrespectful. You know, y'all the number 1 seed.
So disrespectful.
With a less talented team just because they got the Great White Hope, Josh Allen. I think it's all BS, WWE, Vegas, because at the end of the day, you guys are above class. Y'all should outclass them just off of talent and coaching. At the end of the day, Josh Allen couldn't get there with Stephon Diggs. So how the hell is he going to get there with no-name receivers? It don't make any sense to me. But like you said, NFL girl, the Great White Hope, that's what they want to put him at the top because they ain't had nobody since Brady. So now they want to put somebody else up there and call them like the man. They want to make him the man. He won an MVP the other year when he shouldn't have got it. Lamar Jackson numbers were twice as good as his, but they gave it to him because they lie and say they give it to him before the playoffs. That's a lie. When he beat Lamar in the playoffs last year, they gave it to him. If Lamar would have won that game, he'd have won the MVP 3 times. At the end of the day, with Sean Payton as the coach, a week off, he should have a plan for Josh Allen because he's a great coach. And that's why I say coaching matters. But the
Ben
key
Joseph
is,
too. They both
like
smart.
you say, what Bo Nix needs to do is use his legs. He needs to
Yes.
run and use his legs and make the game easier for him instead of standing in the pocket and trying to make reads. If he uses his
And
legs,
use Harvey. Use
yeah.
Harvey. Harvey nice.
If he uses his legs and he plays clean football, this should be an easy game for Denver. But we know the Bo Nix experience, you don't know what you're going to get. So that's the only thing. That's the only narrative. Y'all defense will be able to slow them down. And those receivers are not going to get open. Please put Riley Moss at safety. Don't let him bail down the island because he's going to get like 4 or 5 pass interferences like he did in other games. If you're able to make that adjustment, y'all can shut down the Bills receivers. They're not explosive.
Right.
Shakir, give me a break. He's not a number one. So I'm pulling for the Broncos, and I think y'all more talented, and they disrespecting y'all. So Denver should feel disrespected because they have y'all as an underdog, and y'all the number 1 seed. Come on now, that's ridiculous.
Rested.
And we at
Rested.
home. You know how
Right.
disrespectful it is to be at home and they like,
They did the same thing in Jacksonville. They had Buffalo favored over Jacksonville, and Jacksonville is a better team than Buffalo.
Yeah. But it was that Trevor Lawrence experience you had to worry about. And it kind of killed him.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably why they weren't favored.
the next game on Saturday afternoon or evening, we already complained and saying, why are we playing on Saturday night? We should be playing on Sunday.
Is that not a legit point?
It's a legit point, man. I mean, let me tee it up though, right? So we already complained about the scheduling. I agree. If you come from West Coast to East Coast, and then you put them on the first game on Saturday, it makes no sense. Roger Goodell, idiot. So the game is the 49ers against Seahawks. So we don't have Homer Dillon on.
Homer Dillon's not on.
Homer Dillon's not on. So we'll start with NFL Girl first.
Let's do it. I'll go last. I want to hear y'all. I love it. I want to hear y'all expertise. Preach, y'all. Tell me
we talk about 49ers Seahawks.
Yes.
Man, honestly, listen, 49ers are so banged up right now. Y'all just lost somebody else for the season. Kittle. And then Kittle's out. So it's I love, first of all, VO, we talked about it. You know who my baby is. My Jawan Jennings that's my heart.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. VFL. He is absolutely ball for life. That's my baby. I love him. I always want to see him do well. I would love for Jawan to reach the Super Bowl. Would love that. With everything in my soul, I do. I'm just so concerned by the amount of injuries that y'all have. Going there to Seattle and having to face a healthy and rested Seahawks. That being said, they have the same issue that I feel like Denver has. And that is which fucking Sam Darnold is going to show up in that game. Is it going to be the Sam Darnold that got them to the number 1 seed or that Sam Darnold that keeps seeing ghosts in the backfield? You understand? Because that nigga will throw 3 interceptions throwing to players that are not there. Bro, Steve, are you throwing to Steve Largent in the 70s? Like, nigga, who the fuck are you throwing to? You ain't even got a receiver on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga throwing to players that are not on the field. You understand? Like, buddy, that is not even a Seahawk player. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That was a good, nice old school reference there. Good job.
I gave away my age by saying Steve.
That's okay. We're all the elder statesmen on the pod right now, so it's okay.
Hey, we're the better generation. So
we're the older, yeah, that's fine.
We're the better generation. That's all that matters.
Dylan would have been Largent.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it.
Look it up. You catch up.
So with them, it's Sam Donner is going to be their Achilles heel. He absolutely is. Depending on which Sam Darnold goes out there and plays is going to be the life or death of the Seahawks at the end of the day. Nothing else. They got good receivers, good running game. Defense has been played pretty solid this year. It's just because of the amount of injuries, I'm so concerned for the 49ers. Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for, listen, I'm rooting for Jawan. I'm rooting for Brock Purdy, the last pick in the draft. 1,000%. I always root for the underdog because Brock Purdy was the underdog. Yeah, Jawan Jennings. I love Jawan Jennings. You understand? Like that's just always gonna be my baby forever and ever. CMC, I love CMC. I like that kid.
They try to write him off early.
Yeah, amazing.
Because he stayed hurt. That's why. Because he stayed hurt. That's why. You understand? But when CMC is healthy, straight up workhorse.
Amazing.
You know, you never know what the fuck he's. You know, they can line him up in the backfield. They can line him up in the slot. That kid is gonna do things. You understand? Of course, he's the son of one of my favorite all-time receivers. So you know, I got ties for why I could. For sure.
And Denver and San Francisco, they go close. They already.
That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I have reasons to root for the 49ers because there's so many ties to teams I love, players I love. You know, I have more ties to these people than I do the Seahawks at the end of the day. So depending on which Sam Darnold shows up in that game is going to be the life or death for the Seahawks. At the end of the day, who am I rooting for? 1,000% rooting for the 49ers. I hope they find a way to pull that shit off.
That's what's up. Because our coach's dad is y'all's all-time great.
So for me, NFL Girl did a great job of analysis. Mine is going to be a very simple one. My hope for the NFC Championship was going to be the Eagles and Seahawks, mainly because I wanted Dylan and Smooth to have that battle at the end. And
you're gonna get a better one.
That's what I wanted. I wanted nothing more than for that to happen, but that obviously that is not happening anymore. So I'm gonna pick the Niners just because. Why the fuck not? And I want and that's it. So that's my pick right there because I wanted the Eagles. I wanted the Eagles and Seahawks to battle for the purpose of the podcast because I wanted Dylan and Smooth to talk their fucking shit, and unfortunately the Eagles didn't do their part. So I'm going with the Niners.
We don't have an adult as a coach. So
you don't have an adult. You have a kid. You have a kid as a coach.
This is something he didn't want.
You have Benjamin Button as a coach.
Yeah. So go ahead, Vio.
All I'm gonna say is, look, the last time we played them, they scored 13 points.
Correct.
They held the ball the entire game. We didn't have Trent Williams. We didn't have George Kittle. We scored 3 points. There's a lot that's gonna be different. We come in there pissed off because you beat us. We come in there hyped because we got a great win on the road. We just knocked off the champs. We owe you. We owe you, motherfuckers. This is the third time. Brock Purdy has never lost in Seattle. He's 4-0. And we get Big Trent back, bitch. We coming. We're not playing with you. Last time we played with you, I guarantee you we're going to score more than 3 points. If you think Kyle Shanahan is going to come in there and score 3 points, you're mistaken. And I have the utmost faith in the world. That's no offense, Smooth. I love Smooth, but coaching matters. And Kyle Shanahan would out-coach Mike McDonald. He has already. He's done it before. The only reason they won the last game, guys, is because the 49ers was outmanned. They getting people back. Hey, and who knew Garrett Wallows and Eric Kendricks would look like Greenlaw and Warner? They look like Greenlaw. They had 20 with the Smooth. Am I right, Smooth? They had 22 tackles between them. Eric Kendricks and Wallow.
Yeah,
right?
They did.
And Eric Kendricks had he knocked the game-winning pass down. And he coming off the couch. So give me that. Going into Seattle with Brock Purdy, with Trent Williams. Like I said, Trent Williams not being there was a big difference. Trent is back this time.
For sure.
Makes a difference. And like I said, Brock Purdy has never lost in Seattle. Why would he be scared now? You know what I'm saying? And Sam Darnold, like I said, you had the ball for the entire game, and all you could muster is 13 points against a depleted defense who has gotten better since that game. So see you in the championship game, Chicago Bears.
So
or LA Rams.
So I would say this, like NFL girl said, is he gonna see ghosts or is he gonna see um the field correctly, right?
Smig the Jibber ain't scored against us yet.
Yeah. So and that's the thing, right? When I watched him, as soon as he hikes the ball, he looks at Smith and Jigma immediately.
Yep.
So if he continues to do that, that's why he throws so many interceptions. You can't just look at one guy as your number one read all the time. Look at the whole field, and you can come back to
They
him.
don't have nobody else. Cooper Cup too old. He's washed.
I agree, but VO, you can't just go looking at him as soon as you hike the ball. Y'all gonna pick up
Right.
on that and pick him off. You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta play quarterback the right way. VO is right. They're not gonna come in there and only score 3 points again. Shanahan doesn't do that, right? And having Trent Williams back will give him more time because he had no time the first time y'all played. They was all on him. So, and Brock Purdy is a dude that don't get sacked that much because he throws the ball, so he gets the ball out of his hand very quickly.
Yep.
Without Kittle, though, that's going to be hurt. That's hurts you guys, right? Because that opens up the middle of the field. So now you're gonna hopefully you get Pearsall back because he opens up the field for you. Like y'all don't go down the field that much because y'all
Yeah,
don't have
but
no
then you,
speed
you
guys.
you saw what Demarcus Robinson did
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, right? Well, that's again against a team that got a kid as a
Has
coach, so that's expected.
Yeah,
So
one of the best secondary in the league though.
yeah, yeah. On one side, we
And
Adoree
the
Jackson.
nigga he burnt, the nigga Demarcus Robinson burnt was Quinyon Mitchell.
I agree, I agree, I agree. But we don't have the best. We got cool. We got DeJean and we got Quinyon Mitchell, but Adoree Jackson is trash. So
Hey,
but this is going to be a
that's
great game because I give Mike McDonald, I give him respect because he came in there and changed the whole culture of that Seattle
for
team.
sure.
And he probably was doing way more than we thought when he was with the Ravens. Because for him to come in there and change that culture like that, he probably was calling the shots over there a little bit with the Ravens when he was there. Because that team was
He
put
was at
together.
Michigan.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a close game. It's really hard to call because of Sam Donald and because of the fact that 49ers didn't have Trent Williams. Not having Trent Williams changes the whole complexion of the game because that's that left side, his blind side. And if you don't have confidence in your blind side, you're gonna throw the ball quick. You're gonna be jittery in the pocket. With Trent Williams there, he'll be comfortable in the pocket, and it's all about making plays. If Sam Donald goes out there and throws no interceptions, it's gonna be a long day for them. But if he
Nice.
plays well, it'll be a close game, and then it come down to who executes the best way. So for me, it's gonna be a toss up for me because I really don't know, right? Because after seeing a 13-3 game and seeing how the defense played, I gotta see what Shanahan comes with this time and how San Francisco comes out. Because if Brock Purdy comes out like he did the last game and start throwing interceptions, then it's gonna be a long game, VO. You know that.
Oh, for
But
sure.
if if Trent Williams stabilizes that left side, I think the 49ers got a good chance to win. And with the number one seeds being in action, NFL girl, you gotta win against the Bills. Please, please, please. I
Man.
don't want to come in here next week and be talking about no damn Josh Allen. I do
Because
not.
then we have to. Then that means we'll be either counting on the Texans. Because I don't think New England gonna beat the Bills in if
But
it's a championship
we
game.
saw what the Texans did to him last time. That
Yeah,
line ate him
yeah,
up. He ain't want
yeah,
no
For
more.
sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the next game is that goddamn tough defense that blasted Pittsburgh, Houston Texans, and Drake May and the Patriots, who looked kind of jittery in his first playoff game.
Both the
That game.
quarterbacks look the same, right?
Basically.
Yeah. So I go to you first, VO. Texans and Patriots.
Oh man. Oh man. Like I said, it's who I want to win and who I think will win. All right. I want D'Amico to win, but if CJ Stroud turns the ball even twice like that, against New England. They're gonna lose. They're gonna get beat. They're gonna get beat by 20.
That part.
They're just going. It's not gonna work out because granted, Drake May had a bad game the first one. He's pretty smart. I've been kind of checking him out. He's been kind. One thing I think that makes him good is he knows how to adjust. Right, he adjusts game to game, and I think that's what makes him a different type of second year player. You know what I mean? That makes him kind of smart. So if if you give him the ball inside the 20 a couple of times, you're gonna be down 14-0. And
Agreed.
as good as that defense is on the road in Foxborough, outside, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You ain't playing on that same field you play in Houston in NRG. You playing out there in Boston, cold, what they're used to. And the Patriots got some pretty good skill players. And you know what the thing about it is, Stephon Diggs is the wild card. He could change the whole game. He's a guy that he could take over a game if he wants to. It's just about what his mentality is. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man. Even though I would like D'Amico to win, but I just think the Patriots got sound. And what I saw from C.J. Stroud is that they'd been playing against anybody else in the first round. If they'd have been playing against the Chargers and done that, they might not would have won. Pittsburgh was just inept on offense. But any other team with a decent type of offense would have scored points and would have put them away.
But I don't think he
So
turned the ball over there against the Chargers, though. You know, that Pittsburgh defense was coming after him, though, man.
yeah,
And he
Pittsburgh
was,
team is good, but I mean, you
and they
do,
was
but
in
New
Pittsburgh
England,
as well. They was out. They was in Pittsburgh as well.
but
When
you
you
you,
said
you
last
saw what New
week,
England,
that's going to be a tough place for them to play.
and
Yeah.
you saw what New England did. They shut the thing down to 3 points. Pittsburgh only got the Chargers only got 3 points. That's it.
But that's
Justin,
once again
you
Justin
know,
Herbert, not
oh
a
well, he's
believer,
Yep.
overrated. We all know he's
not a
overrated. We
believer,
all know
not a
that.
believer.
But I'm gonna go with New England though, just because it's just the home field. Even though I like Houston, I would love Houston to win though.
NFL girl.
Ah, hell. Fuck, man. I'm about to repeat everything VO said. Here's the thing: the Texans had the number one ranked defense in the league. They are going to belt to ass as far as the defense. There's a shit that they can do on that defense that's just been incredible. Because D'Amico believes in, hey, blitz every fucking down. I don't give a fuck. Send them all. You understand? I love that he did that because they start out 0-2 in the season.
0-3.
And people 0-3, my bad. You right. And people have written them off like, yeah, see, they're fucking garbage or whatever. And D'Amico was like, say less. And really went in on his defense because he's a defensive guy. So he really went in on his defense and they turned that shit around a bit. Yes. And they started looking fucking incredible. Exactly. They started looking fucking incredible out there. But here's the thing. CJ Stroud and that fucking offense is porous as hell. They're shaky as fuck, questionable every week. CJ makes some piss poor decisions more times than not. I love it. I love CJ Stroud. I see potential in him in the future, but kid, you got to get it together, dude. I don't know who you need to wear. And a part of that is he you got to keep in mind, Nico Collins stay hurt. You understand?
He got hurt again.
Tank Dell stay hurt. Like he has people that just can't stay healthy. And so he's having to go to his third and his fourth receiver and players off the practice squad and shit like that. And when you can't depend on the receivers you have out there, you're going to make bad decisions. You know, some of them
are good, but they're not ready.
Exactly. And that's my whole point there. Patriots, meanwhile, they look more polished out there. Getting Stephon Diggs there as a receiver, I thought that was I don't know what the fuck he did in Buffalo. Something happened there in Buffalo and why he had to leave. I see now that him doing really, really well with Drake May there. And they've been able to put some shit together. Like it's so incredible seeing how well Drake May has played this year. You know what I mean? I wasn't fully sold on Drake May.
Yeah,
exactly. Just the development this kid has made in the last year has been phenomenal.
You don't make no mistakes, man.
At all.
Coaching helps.
Coaching.
At all.
And so that's crazy, dude. I understand that shit. That nigga do not make no mistakes.
When you're asking me to pick the number one defense against, questionably at least a top 5 offense, in this case, I gotta go offense. I gotta go because I just cannot depend on CJ not doing some shit to fuck it up. Whether that's fumble the ball away, whether that's throw an INT or two that's going to costly towards the end of the game. As much as I would love, and my older brother's a Texans fan. He lives in Houston, Texas. I would love for his team to pull it out. I just don't see them being able to find that solution to get past the mistakes that CJ keeps making there. So yeah, even with that strong ass defense, I definitely still see Patriots being able to pull it out, especially there at home in Foxborough.
Yeah, and on top of that, the Patriots got like a top 5 defense.
Exactly.
On top of that, so that make it worse. Like you
Exactly.
cannot turn the ball. They got a top. Their defense is not as good as Houston, but it's there. You don't even. They will shut your ass down.
And if you saying the two defenses cancel each other out, then that means it comes down to offense. As CJ and that offense do not match up against what Drake May and Stephon Diggs and that running game can do. Period.
Amen, sister.
Mike.
Yeah, so I unfortunately watched a little bit of the Houston and Pittsburgh game, and that shit was fucking awful. I'm just gonna. It was awful.
Garbage.
Like
garbage.
If not for a fumble and a pick six, the game was trash. Like Houston's offense is awful. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, let's say for the sake of argument, they slip, trip, and fall and win this game. They're not a Super Bowl team. That offense is not good enough. Their defense is pretty straightforward, but the defense is really good.
They're not going to beat Denver or Buffalo.
No. If they would get their ass kicked in both cases. So
they already beat Buffalo, though.
I don't think
in the regular season.
I don't think they beat them again. I think Buffalo would kick their ass. I think that Buffalo would win if they had.
I agree.
So that being said, I would probably go with similar to Vio and NFL. I'm going Patriots only because I think offensively they're good enough. I think defensively they're good, and canceling out, you cancel out both defense and NFL Gross point. You go offense. I think Drake May's better right now than CJ Stroud.
For sure.
And like CJ Stroud, I don't know what the fuck he looks like since his rookie year. He just looks off. Like maybe you can say injuries, whatever, but he doesn't look as confident or as like assured of himself when he's in the pocket. He always looks shaky and shit. He's always getting sacked and all this. He barely scrambles. So yeah, I'm going to go with Texans.
And I get that he hasn't had the same receiving core there,
and the same offensive line, but still,
right. Yeah.
Your third year, I thought I would see a little bit more of a confidence and progression. He looked like a little bit like when he was at Ohio State and he was struggling in certain games. He was pressing, and he's doing the same shit now.
Bingo.
And you know another advantage the Patriots got, like by them having Josh McRoberts, he knows the offense. McDaniels is that he can go to him like if the games get too much, he's a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Like he could tell him, look, settle down. This is what we see. Yeah. This is the offense we're running. When Tom ran it, this is what Tom did. Tom did this kind of, but you do this, whichever. You know what I mean? Like he can talk to him like that, and like that is big. You know what I mean? And then you got Vrabel, who was just a leader of men who already got the defense on his side, like rah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That right there, I think is big. Is big for the Patriots, man. And that's kind of, remember I was telling you, I like them coming out the AFC. That's kind of why though, coaching.
Yeah.
So, I feel everything you guys are saying, right? But when you see that defense in that front four and how they pressured Josh Allen and everybody else they played, I think that defense is going to give Drake May some trouble. The key factor in this game is Aaron Rodgers couldn't move. Drake May can move. So if Drake May uses his feet, it's going to be tough for the Texans because there was a lot of open lanes for Aaron Rodgers to run when that pressure was coming after him, but he couldn't run. So I think that's going to be big. And as long as Drake May slides and doesn't try to, make moves and get hit and get knocked out of the game, I think that'll be a win-win for the Patriots. But I like DeMeco Ryan, right? And just because the Houston Texans went through so much with Deshaun Watson and all that craziness, I want them to have some favoritism for that city because they went through all that craziness, right? And it was so bad and so crazy. So I'm gonna go with DeMeco Ryan and the Texans in this one. Hopefully, if CJ Stroud don't turn the ball over, I think they'll be fine. But he damn sure can't have those 5 turnovers or 4 turnovers he had against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And one of the things, and why CJ looks like that, because the offensive line is trash. And They traded their left tackle, Tunzel, to the Commanders for no reason. Your offensive line was already trash. So that's why he skitters back there because he don't know whether he's going to be protected or not. But you're right about Collins, NFL girl. Every time you look around, he's in concussion protocol. And if they don't have him, you're going to have to rely on young receivers. But Christian Kirk stepped up big in that game. He had over 100 yards. And that's going to be the catalyst for that team. But New England does have a good defense. But I think Gonzalez got hurt last game. So if they don't have him and he went out, then that secondary is a little – because Jones is small. And those guys on the Texans are big. So CJ can throw it up because Jones is a small corner. I'm going Houston, though. I'll be the lone wolf in this.
Lone wolf in it.
Also too, Trevion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, they better than Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren.
I would agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ramondre Stevenson, nice. You have to count for him.
Yeah. So the last game, playoff weekend, is Los Angeles Rams against the Heart Attack Bears, right? Because that's what it seems like every time, right? They score hardly no points in the first half, and then they get, life in the second half, and Caleb Williams goes out there and balls out. So I go to you, Mike, first.
I got the Rams.
Flat out.
I listen. To Vio's point that he made earlier, the Packers should have won that fucking game. The fact that they gagged and choked that game away is baffling to me. And Caleb didn't play well in the first half at all. To your point, Smooth.
At all.
And basically the Green Bay Packers said, you know what, we're just gonna let Colson Loveland just run up and down the field, and we're not gonna cover him. I would like to think that the Rams are a little bit smarter than that, and they're not gonna let that happen. And I don't think that Caleb's going to have the luxury of making those mistakes against the Rams and still being successful. I think the Rams are offensively good enough. I think defensively they're good enough to where they can keep that under wraps. So I'm going to go Rams.
NFL girl.
Listen, that bullshit of waiting to the fourth quarter to put the fucking y'all know. You understand? It worked against the Packers because the Packers is suspect as fuck.
That part.
Especially with not having your boy Micah Parsons there on defense. You know what I mean? That bullshit that they pulled, that shit don't work every game. And it didn't work for them. It didn't work for the Bears going into their last two games. They lost. They came into the playoffs having lost their last two.
They should have lost that one game where they got the offensive, was it the onside kick?
Green Bay. That was Green Bay.
Exactly. Yeah. It was Green Bay. That's what I'm saying. Like they got into the playoffs we're coming in off of two losses because they keep running that same. They don't get it together until the fourth quarter. A team like the Rams that know how to run it up on you. A team like the Rams, who Matt Stafford is predicted to be MVP this season, is finding ways to win even when everybody's fucking hurt around him. And Puka won't shut the fuck up and stop saying retarded shit every fucking week.
What's going on? Man, what happened to that dude? What happened to that dude?
Dude, just shut the fuck up.
He got autism?
I don't know what the fuck happened to this child, but he need to shut the fuck up. Just no comment. Your answer to everything needs to be no comment from now on.
Be like Marshawn Lynch.
That part. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Period. And don't say shit else. Stop talking. I don't fucking know. But my whole point is that they can't pull that same bullshit with the Rams that they was able to pull with the Packers. Again, not crying for the Packers. Fuck them niggas. But I don't see the Bears and keep in mind, Bears are playing at home. They should have home field advantage. Considering the Rams, again, a team from Los Angeles, coming from the West Coast, playing here, playing in the Midwest, in the cold. Because then again, you never know what Chicago is. That weather's been all over the place in the last 2 weeks.
All over the place.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They had to shut down a whole ass game at United Center because their weather's so fucking unpredictable. So you never know what you're going to get in Chicago. But playing there in Chicago should have all the advantage, right? But the way the Rams are playing this year, Rams won it. And Rams won it for Matthew Stafford because there's this feeling that he's going to do like Kershaw and he wants to go out on top. Kershaw now finally retired. It's time for him to go ahead and hang it up and do the same. I think they want to go out with that whole, oh, his boy retired now. He can retire on top, blah, blah, blah. Again, if we go on by storyline bullshit, correct. Then, if we got Josh Allen on the AFC side, but that storyline bullshit, then over here on the NFC side, we got the fucking storyline with Matthew Stafford going out on top, blah, 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 and all that bullshit or whatever.
Stories here, motherfucker.
Exactly. So as much as I would love to see Caleb and them boys do it, I see Matt. You can't put it together in the fourth quarter on the Rams because the Rams can run it up on you.
Agreed.
And the Rams will run it up. Rams will run it up so high you're not going to be able to come back from a 45-3 deficit.
Alex Smith said on K Adams podcast. He said he said the Rams were gonna score 50. That's what Alex Smith said. He said,
damn.
He said the Rams will score about 50. I'm like, damn, dog. He knows something.
And listen, and if they're up 45-3 going into the fourth quarter, it ain't no fucking miracle bring you back like that. So
oh yeah, you gonna be done.
Yeah,
my thing with them is they gonna have, who gonna hold Puka? That's the issue.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a wild ass motherfucker.
And right now, Devontae Adams is healthy right now too on the other side. So
yeah. Puka, he a wild motherfucker.
Choose your poison. Choose your poison there.
Yeah, this is an easy one. Go ahead, VL.
Oh man, like I said, I got two different answers, man. I got who I would love to win and who is gonna win. Okay. I would love the Bears to win. Bear down, all that shit. Whatever, my uncle be happy. But like I told him, I said, you just gonna have to deal with it, Get ready for Derrick Rose Day on the 24th. This shit gonna be over. This shit finna be done. It's a done deal. It's just, dude, you can't. One thing I don't really trust the Rams, but I trust the Rams more than the Bears. Is that fair?
That's fair.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that man, they don't. Carolina's defense is better than the Bears, actually. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
agreed.
If they don't stop the Rams early, it ain't gonna be no comeback. There'll be a lot of sad people in Soldier. They can be cold too. They can be cold and sad because it might be a long game.
For sure.
So I'm gonna go with I want the Bears to win, but man, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think the Rams are gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Matthew Stafford hurt his hand, so we got to see what's going on with his hand. But all that cardiac arrest type stuff that the Bears do, and having the most single score games and single score wins, that got to stop eventually. I think the Rams is a different animal. Like you said, NFL girl, they're going to stomp on your neck. They're not going to be like Green Bay and not try to score the rest of the game. And that's why they won that game. Stomp on their neck. The Bears defense is not great. They just get turnovers at crucial times. That's it. But their defense is really whack. So I think Stafford, if his hand is okay and they're healthy, they should go in there and run it up on them.
All right. So thank you, Smooth, for doing the picks for this playoff weekend. All right. So this is the Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace part of the pod. I have just one thing I'm going to chime in on, just the stuff that happened in Jacksonville with the black reporter saying the stuff to Liam Cohen and saying the positive stuff. And meanwhile, these fucking weirdos on the internet are sitting there shitting on her for saying it. So all I'm going to say in regard to that is let's be better people. The woman was trying to say something positive to cheer up the man after a tough loss. And to have people, and I'll give Jamel Hill credit because she did criticize it at first, but then she did do some research and then apologize to the woman.
Man, don't give her no pass. She talked too much.
She does, yeah. I'll give her a slight pass because at least she had some self-awareness. She had some self-awareness to apologize.
You should have self-awareness. You talk too much.
Let me cook. So because these I'm so tired of fucking people talking stupid shit about like something uplifting and being positive. People have to criticize. There's enough negativity in the media already, especially with sports media. So the fact that someone's saying something uplifting and positive, how about we celebrate that instead of being a pile of shit and shitting on people and trying to say that's not professional? It's not about being professional. It's about being something called a human being. So how about we try that a little bit? Just, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Let's just try to be a little bit better and have some little bit of human decency. That's all I'm saying. Let's just be a little bit better.
The world is built on
negativity. I get it. I understand.
Negativity, social media. Right. And people taking their
phones
out.
I am with you guys.
People taking their phones out to record everything.
Yeah, I'm not listening. Listen,
the human factor has disappeared for years.
No,
nobody wants to be nice. Everybody wants to be
smooth. I got you.
Posting.
Everybody got no people skills.
No. I hear y'all. I want to be clear. I'm not disagreeing with nothing y'all saying. I agree with y'all. I'm just saying we need to be fucking better.
We're gonna always have that.
I agree.
Can I say this? Like
sure.
Our age group, NFL girl, me, Smooth, we always gonna have the edge because for one reason we know how to interact with all one. You'll always have to have people skills in order to advance in life. No matter how much there's technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
Because
AI is don't have people skills.
AI don't think or have feelings like we do.
All right.
Or judgment.
And nothing. She didn't say anything wrong. Her encouraging him. Listen, all them reporters was coming out him. What do you think? Why did you do this?
Why'd you call this play?
Why didn't you do this or whatever? The fact that she was like, "Hey, listen, you did okay. It's okay. You can't win them all. You got next season. Y'all went very far. You made it into the playoffs. You did good or whatever. What the fuck is wrong with saying that? You understand? Like
nobody even picked y'all to be in there.
She wasn't blowing smoke up his ass. She really was trying to encourage this man who had just gotten his ass handed to him
in a tough loss.
In a very tough loss.
That's a very tough loss. Yeah.
You understand? And I don't think she said anything wrong. I think she did. And so fuck the media for being negative about that. That's not even professional. How's it not professional? All she did was try and encourage a coach that just got his ass handed to him and felt bad.
What you want to talk about professional when we got our president walking around shooting finger niggas?
That part. What are we talking about?
That's a whole other different
topic
podcast.
That's a different podcast.
That's a different topic podcast.
I wish a nigga would talk to me about professionalism. Like, nigga, your president over here walking around shooting fingers at people.
Listen, if we branch out the podcast to the political realm, then we can go venture into that. But we might get canceled. I don't know if our podcast is on sturdy ground.
If you want to counsel me and go with your 8-year-old president, motherfucker.
Listen, we all need our jobs. We all work for at the end of the day, we all work for a corporation that's owned by a corporation that's owned by a billionaire. So let's shut the fuck up let's shut the fuck up and keep our jobs here. Only the Canadian ain't got to worry about that shit. Until they become the 51st state.
Well, no, as long as our prime minister's here, that will not happen. Now, if we get a conservative government, that might happen.
That part.
But we're not going to have that because Canadians most Canadians are in lockstep. They don't like Trump. Trump can eat a bag of dicks. And that's the one constant thing that Canadians can say proudly is that most of us don't like Trump.
I didn't go out there and shoot the finger, and I don't act like I'm 8. That's not my problem.
That part.
Right.
All right.
Sure. So one last thing
we
got to talk about.
Yeah.
One last thing.
Yeah, of course. Go on.
Theo, we talked about him last week. Theo, you called it last week. Mike Tomlin, 19 years, not one single losing season in 19 fucking years.
Impressive.
I love the fact that man gets to go out. I'm sorry he didn't get to go out with another Super Bowl win or anything like that. But I love the fact that he left on his own terms. Whether or not he decides he's going to coach again at the pro level, at the college level, is up to him. And I'm okay if he decides that he don't want to coach no more. You understand? He could do like what Coward did when he retired and decide that I'd rather be on a microphone somewhere and not have to stress about this bullshit and be at the fucking stadium at 5:00 in the goddamn morning every damn day or whatever. Listen, Tomlin, thank you for 19 fucking years of greatness, of the players that you developed, of the players that you brought along, of calling shit like it was over all these years. even Pickett's got to give you the respect to be like, bitch, go somewhere and grow the fuck up. You understand? Like even the players that didn't disagree with him got to give him his respect and his flowers because that man taught a lot. He grew up a lot of fucking men. You know, he turned boys he turned 21, 22-year-old boys into grown ass men. And he got players that are in the fucking Hall of Fame today because of the years that they spent with Mike Tomlin.
Or they will be. And definitely will be, yeah.
Or going to be in the future. Mm-hmm. You understand? So Mike Tomlin, thank you for what you did for Pittsburgh, for Steelers, for the NFL period.
For the NFL, man.
You know, I'm so grateful that I got to, you know, be around for all 19 years of that. And you know, you never coached for my team. I'm a little salty about that. That's not the here nor there.
Right.
But I am so grateful that I got to see a black head coach do so well in the league. And whatever
Mike Tomlin,
with the
if you want to coach for the Tennessee Titans, hey, I'm all for it.
Hey,
there's a vacancy.
He said he stepped down, Mike. Let him breathe, man.
Hey, man, I gotta.
Let's go be the family man for a minute.
I gotta speak it into existence.
You gonna make your pitch? You gotta make
your pitch. I gotta make a pitch. You can say no. You can say no. That's fine.
I had to put that out there that the four of us we had to
we love Mike Tomlin.
Give our flowers while that man is still alive. Mike Tomlin, we love you.
Let's not wait till he dies or some bullshit. Yeah, give him flowers now.
Yeah, hey man, and shout out to the Roonies, man.
Shout out
for doing it that way. Shout out
to
the
way. Yeah, just before we to y'all point, like it's very rare to see a coach be able to leave on his own terms, right? Most guys get fired unceremoniously, or it ends really bad and toxic and terrible. But the fact that it was on his terms, I think,
that's what I love about the Roonies, because that's the same way that Carroll went out, and that's
what I was going
to
say. Yeah.
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll went out the same way. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the Rooney. That's how the Roonies are. We're gonna let you go out when you want to go out, the way you want to go out. We're not going to fire you. We're not going to embarrass you. Not going to do anything. None of that or whatever.
What they say, no matter how much on the hot seat you is to like ESPN and the media, you always good with us. That's how they
exactly.
Well said,
exactly.
Well said.
And he honestly brought a level of championship and winning there. I'm sorry he never did get to win another Super Bowl, but he never had a losing season. And kudos to him. Thank you for going out and blessing us with 19 years of greatness. And I'll miss having you out there. As a, having to face you, but I'll be happy if you go on to get on a microphone somewhere and I don't ever have to face your raggedy team again.
You was the coach of one of the greatest Super Bowls ever. That Pittsburgh Cardinals Super Bowl
was a great Super Bowl.
Greatest ever.
For sure.
That was an all-timer.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well said. All right.
Like shout out to the Roonies, like you guys said, because they gave him an opportunity where other people wouldn't.
For sure.
So, shout out to Tomlin for doing it the right way, a leader of men, and going out on your own.
Well said. All right, so let's wrap up the podcast. But I want to thank you guys for watching, tuning in, all the good stuff. If you are an Eagles fan and you want to see Nick Sirianni leave, you should listen to Smooth Stradamus. Because, hey, Smooth Stradamus might be onto something, so we shouldn't be doubting his ability.
Smooth Stradamus that nigga was 4 for 4.
So Nick Sirianni, you might be on the hot seat, my friend, because Stradamus right here, be calling his shots on people getting fired, so you might have a hot seat. If you are a Niners fan, and you need some motivation, and you need a mascot or a fan to show his Niner support, VO is the man for you to talk his shit. If you are a Broncos fan, you are a Denver Broncos fan, and you're happy that they are in the playoffs, #1 seed, and you need someone to speak for you,
seed.
NFL girl,
Mile high salute to you all.
Mile high salute and all that good stuff. And I'm just a jealous Titans fan because my team is nowhere near it, so I'm just watching as a fan and just hoping for the playoff games. So that's all I can hope for at this point.
I'm hoping for Jeremiah Love.
Hey, listen, let's go Raptors. That's where I'm on right now. Anyway,
there you go.
I want to thank you guys for watching. For Smooth Stradamus, world famous NFL girl, V to the motherfucking O. We'll be back next week to give you all our picks from our
shout out to our 30th episode.
30th episode. We are 30 deep.
Let's go.
We are only going to get more. When we get to 100, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure some shit out. But right now we're at 30.
Pop bottle.
We might have to pop
There
some
we
bottles.
go.
Well, hey, we might pop some bottles at 50. If we get to 20, we have to 20 more episodes to get to that. And that will do that. We'll probably get to that by close before that year. So just to give
Hey, let's
context.
go.
So, all right. So we'll see y'all next week. We're gonna give y'all all of our football picks and predictions, all that stuff. And stay tuned. We are out. Peace.
Bang,
See y'all next
bang,
week.
bitches. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.